Just want to show you guys this. It's going to be best for you to start trying to figure out how to fix some of your stuff. So this is a BR600 right here. All right, we took the back off. We cleaned the spark arrestor. Really, you don't really need to do a lot of cleaning on that. It's rare that that thing will get clogged up, but simple, 2 screws, one on each side, unscrew them, slide it out, burn it off. All right, the gas tank, I took it completely off. Here's one thing I found that guys with the 600 fail to do is this is 2 fuel filters in here. All right, this one connects to this one, then it connects to the blower that connects to the top of the gas tank. All right, and the gas tank is dirty on the inside. We're gonna clean all this off, clean the inside out, and how I'm just gonna basically rinse it out and let it dry out. All right, and then when we go back to hook this up, that goes to that. All right, that filter is gonna go to this also right here. These 2 holes is gonna go to this part right here. All right, it's a lot to kind of remember, so you got to be careful because here's the extra holes. I'll try to show you. All right, it's gonna kind of go like this, that, then that. But I noticed when a lot of guys are changing the filters, they only getting this one and they're not getting this one right here, and that's going to be another thing that can be clogging you up, because that filter has gotten dirty from over time, from when you changing the gas and dirt and stuff getting in there. That filter will get dirtier also. Even though you're changing this one, a lot of guys forget to change that one. So I'm gonna run to the parts store and I'm gonna get these 2 filters, and I'll let you know how much they cost. In case some of you guys wondering how I clean this, I sprayed it with some of this blaster right here, guys. Citrus based degreaser. This degreaser outside. I sprayed some on the inside. I'm basically gonna submerge this, wash it, just like I'm washing dishes. Get all this stuff off of it, all this stuff out of it, then let it air dry. I'll take my blower, electric blower, blow in here, just dry it out completely, and that's how we're gonna clean this. So this is how it looks now. So I'll show you this real quick. Now this is the after. I literally sprayed this down, put dish detergent all over it on the inside. You can't see, it was some little dirt bits in there. And what we did was just wash it like we're washing dishes. Like I said, this is still an old tank. This is not a new tank. Then I'll take a battery powered blower like this. Go ahead and dry the inside, and you can look on the inside and see if it's dry. That's a tank vent right there. Make sure those pores aren't clogged up. You really can't see them, but they should not be clogged up with any dirt or anything like that, guys. And now it's time to put the fuel filter and stuff back. Same thing with this. I went ahead and clean that off. The gummit, try to clean it off as good as I could. Get any of that dirt stuff off them up under there. And the other holes right here. I went to the STIHL dealer. This right here, never understood why they had 2 fuel filters on this BR600. I've heard people say that their BR600 only had 1, but this one does come with a kit that has 2. I mean, that's the way it's designed. I'm not making this up. So it is what it is. This right here plus a new spark plug is like 16 bucks. But you see which one you think is the old. Okay, so of course that one, and the new ones side by side. Take the old ones to the dealer with you just to make sure that you're getting the right ones. All right, I'll show you how this is supposed to go. All right, one end goes into this one right here. Make sure you push it all the way down firmly. All right, the other end, it's gonna connect like this right here. All right, so you have this one, both of them the same size. It doesn't matter which way. There's no in or out. Just push it down on there. Same way here, push it in. You're gonna kind of hear it snap a little bit, but that's how that should look when you get through with it. So you'll need to remember how you pull this out when you put it back in, but this end goes in first, and it's gonna go towards the vent right there, the tank vent. Stick that in, kind of at an angle. All right. Now this end right here, look what I'm doing. I'm folding this back over and I'm pushing that in there also. Make sure that that hose don't come loose. So you should have a filter here and a filter right there. All right. This right here. Now I actually forgot to put my grommet back on there, but that's okay. What you do is you just take this, pull it off, make sure the big side, the fat side goes up. The small side is gonna go in the tank. So you just put it on there like that. All right, let's see if we can work this on real quick. It really should just kind of snap down in there. I'm gonna try to see if I can do it. You may need a screwdriver, but you kind of work it. You kind of work it in. All right, I got that worked in there. Hopefully you can see that. Got to make sure it's flush. All right, put this back on. All right, and before you put it on, make sure because here go the hoses right here. All right, you got to make sure you got the right one going to this one. Like the short one from here is this. Well, you can see that. This is the top. It goes to this. This is the bottom, the long one. It goes to that. I remember that when I took it off. So I'm gonna make sure I got that in there. It's gonna be sitting just like that. All right, push that. Make sure it snaps in there. All right. Now, this is the part that I put the tank on after I put this on. Let me get this so you can see it. Hopefully you can see that. Remember, the long one goes on the bottom, or however yours came off. Just remember that. Snap that in there. All right. Snap this one in the top. All right. This goes down into the grommet. Now you see where the how it kind of seats in that right there. So I might have to twist this just a little bit to get it to seat right. Wait a minute. All right, so when I put it up on there, I want it to line up just like that. All right, so we'll snap that down in there. And it just snaps, literally just snaps in there. And your tank will go back in like that. Now, having said that, there are some screws under the bottom. All right, let me pause it. There's some screws up under here. I didn't take them all the way out, but that screw right there goes into this part right here. You kind of push that through. I'll screw it in. I'm using a tool that came with the thing. It's called the STIHL tool, but I think that's I want to say a T26. I think if you're using something like this and you got to get a bit for it. All right, but this one comes with it. Push that. I'm gonna start each one. Now that I got it started, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten that up a little bit. I don't want to over tighten it. Tighten it up because you don't want to strip out that gas tank screw, because you're screwing into plastic. Once it's tight, don't try to throw or tighten it. All right, but just get it tight enough. You'll know when to stop because it's gonna stop. All right, both of those stop. Right, now you got a choice where you can go ahead and put some gas in it and try to go ahead and get it started so you can see if it's going to work with the gas. But I'm pretty sure I got it all done right. And next you got to put this back on. All right, you got let me show you this real quick so you won't get these confused. These are the metal screws. All right, you're gonna have 3 of these. These go into the actual metal part of your blower, if you can see that. Let me show. when you screw it back in. 1, 2, 3, and it's going to be for this right here. It's not screwing into this, it's going through it into that. These screws go into this plastic right here. All right, so don't get these mixed up with the other ones. So you got to make sure you separate them. But you see these little rubber grommet shock absorbers. Guys, you're going to have to put this back on. All right, so I got those lined up in there. Now I'm going to tighten up the tank screws. That way, we just want to make sure that's something that keeps from all that vibration and all that stuff. I do this one. It's like a track right here. That's where the plastic screw kind of go in. Kind of line it up. Might have to move this over a little bit and get that screwed in down there. All right, you got 2 of them. You got one on each side. So that's one right there. And like I said, make sure you line that stuff perfectly, guys. Do not cross thread your plastic. All right, and it's gonna go in there pretty good. STIHL stuff is I'm not gonna say, I'll put it to you like this, real simple to work on. Once you do it a couple of times, you'll get the gist of it. All right. You really can't put this on wrong if you took it off right. It goes on one way, guys. Just kind of stick it in there and make sure it's caught on there before you tighten it up. Again, you got these 3 bolts. 1, 2, 3. I'm not gonna sit here and show you me tightening up each one, but you stick it in there and you tighten it up. You just take your spark plug, your new spark plug, and you put it down in here. I can't really show you. Oh, let me see if my camera can go highlight. All right. Now hand started, so I'm gonna get that no cross thread. You want to get that grease, that's up to you guys. I ain't never put any grease or anything in there. I just change them. It's up to you. Never had one that gets stuck or anything like that. Hand tighten it to it won't turn no more. Then once you get that, get your ratchet, or you get the tool that came with it, which is this. Stick it down on there. Get like a little turn just to get it tight. But guys, don't strip it tight in there. I'm telling you, don't do that. Just get it tight enough. That's pretty good. Snap it down. Make sure you feel and hear that snap. Make sure it's all the way on there. All right. And put you some gas in there. And guys, I kind of understand why they got that double filter, because one is on this side, one is on the other side of the tank. I guess that way it'll get filtered on both ends instead of just one end where you have a whole bunch of dirt collecting on one end. All right, put some gas in this puppy. All right, so you got the prime, then you got where you warm it up, then you got run. So let's take it all the way to prime. Hope we did this right. Hit that 3 or 4 times. And if your bulb starts cracking, you can replace that also, guys. Get a slight pull to get compression off of it. Make sure. See, guys, that's it. It's not that hard. Really, it's easy, but you're gonna have to, you got to step out there on faith and try to do it yourself, because you know, $96 an hour, that's a good thing to try to save some money. Now, having said that, if you don't know what you're doing, guys, take it out there. Camel's Equipment, and they'll take care of you guys. There's an ad down there if you want to click on it and go to Camel's and let them take care of you. But if you want to do it yourself, it can be done. They sell the parts, everything you need, OEM, none of that third leg, bootleg stuff. And they'll get you going right with the parts. And you see, I did it. Now, technically, if I wasn't recording, it would have probably took me 20 minutes, maybe 25. If you take it to them, they probably can do it in 10, because that's what they do, guys. They got all the right equipment. But when you get your steel, it does come with that steel too. Now, we'll tell you, that's not a T26. I can't remember what it is. But if you do the spark arrest on there, this is not going to fit those screws. You're going to need one smaller than this. All right, guys, tune to Bermuda Grass Central with BYD, showing you how to maintain some of your equipment, clean the tank, all that good stuff, guys. It's easy to do this stuff yourself if you can.